Jujutsu Kaisen's dark and mature tone took the anime world by storm. Despite sprawling over multiple— Wait, who is that guy again? Just pure cursed energy.
I got you, homie!
But with the next chapter set to draw all of these disparate story elements together, it's time to bundle up some cursed energy and try to make sense of the wild world of Jujutsu Kaisen. Welcome to FlixVergeX. We help people find the best new anime, as well as deep dive into the classics. If that sounds good, hit like and subscribe for more. Trust me, Gojo would approve. Probably.
So that was a f***ing lie.
Jujutsu Kaisen is a sprawling story with a complex power system. So for the sake of this recap, we'll be simplifying it down to just the essential information that you need before stepping into the upcoming movie. This means we'll be rearranging some of the information and skipping over entire story sections if they don't seem relevant for the main plot. So comment down below if there's anything important that we missed. We're here for a recap, not a domain expansion level lore dump. Whether you're completely new to Jujutsu Kaisen or just need to catch up, we've got you covered. Here's everything you need to know about JJK.
Let's go!
Yuji Itadori is a seemingly normal high school kid, emphasis on seemingly, who stumbles upon a mysterious object in a wooden box. This is just the kind of thing his friends in the occult club at school would love. Because of course, touching cursed objects always goes well. While they investigate this strange object, Yuji is urgently called away to the hospital, where his grandfather has just passed away. Reckoning with this sudden passing at the hospital, Yuji is approached by a mysterious young man named Megumi. Megumi explains that this object is the cursed finger of an ancient evil entity, and that Yuji's friends could be killed. The two rush to the school to save them. Tampering with the cursed finger has attracted supernatural monsters, which Megumi fights off by summoning his own mysterious shadow creatures. While Yuji can't believe his eyes, the fact that he can even see these monsters is what surprises Megumi the most. Yuji may not have any power yet, but he does possess superhuman strength, the kind that makes you question school gym records. Suddenly, a much larger monster appears and they are nearly killed, until Yuji impulsively decides to swallow the cursed finger. Given a sudden rush of power, Yuji obliterates the monster and transforms into the ancient evil entity known as Sukuna, the king of curses, and also the worst roommate imaginable. Thankfully, Megumi's mentor Gojo arrives, blindfolded and confident as ever, and is able to battle Sukuna until Yuji eventually regains control of his own body. But while Yuji has somehow survived this deadly encounter, his story has only just begun. He begins to learn about the hidden world of cursed energy and the sorcerers who have learned to wield it. Negative emotions such as fear, grief, and hatred are the foundation of cursed energy, which explains why Jujutsu Kaisen characters are never happy. Because these emotions are present in all humans, everyone has cursed energy within them. But when this energy gets past a certain threshold, it allows humans to see manifestations of cursed energy, such as cursed spirits. Cursed spirits are monsters incarnated from the buildup of cursed energy, leaking out from regular humans. These creatures haunt people to feed off more cursed energy and negative emotions. Basically, emotional vampires, but worse. Some humans, however, feel compelled to fight back. These warriors are known as sorcerers. Jujutsu sorcerers are part of an historical institution established to fight cursed spirits and train young sorcerers to harness their own cursed energy. By training under more experienced sorcerers, each new recruit learns to channel their cursed energy to manifest a fighting method that is completely unique to them. In the case of Megumi, he is able to summon shadow creatures called Shikigami through his cursed energy. Yuji discovers that he can channel his cursed energy into his fists for powerful punches. Joined by another sorcerer named Nobara, the three begin training to further develop their powers under the guidance of their mentor, Gojo, who is the most powerful sorcerer in centuries. And yes, he knows it.
Come on, man!
Back when Gojo was still training himself, his best friend and rival in terms of power was Geto. They were inseparable friends and had the utmost respect for one another, who both developed a mastery over their own curse techniques, peak duo energy, before everything went terribly wrong. As these two were some of the strongest young Jujutsu sorcerers in the world, their teacher Yaga tasked them with a critical mission. Yaga explained that the Jujutsu Sorcerer Institution is protected by a powerful barrier maintained by an ancient sorcerer known as Master Tengen. But while Master Tengen's curse technique can also keep him alive indefinitely, every 500 years, he must merge with a compatible human body. They are known as the Star Plasma Vessel. Gojo and Geto meet the Star Plasma Vessel, who is a young girl named Riko. They must defend her from the Star religious group, seeking to assassinate her before she can merge with Master Tengen. Their greatest threat is a sorcerer hunter hired by the group called Toji. A man so dangerous, even cursed energy said, "I'm good." In a shocking twist, Toji actually succeeds and defeats them both, killing Riko and halting the ritual. Gojo appears to be fatally wounded. Yet on the verge of death, he unlocks the secret of reversed cursed energy, which enables him to transcend to a godlike level of power. Gojo returns fully restored with untold new power and obliterates Toji with his newfound ability. This is the moment Gojo officially became everyone's problem. Regretting his life choices in these final moments, Toji asks Gojo to take in his young son and train him as a sorcerer, who turns out to be Megumi. Following these events, Geto feels like a failure. As the gap in their power widens considerably, Geto also becomes isolated from Gojo. While Gojo is promoted to become a teacher within the sorcerer world and is relied on for important solo missions, Geto gets left behind and becomes disillusioned with the entire organization and world. He begins to wonder if the ongoing battle against cursed spirits can ever actually be won, or if they're just maintaining a status quo. This leads him to a new philosophy in which the only way to truly succeed is for all of humanity to become sorcerers. As sorcerers can pass down their abilities to their children, Geto decides that the best method is to preserve the purity of these sorcerer bloodlines by eradicating all regular humans. Despite trying to reason with another powerful sorcerer named Yuki Tsukumo and being confronted by Gojo, Geto has made up his mind. Gojo regrettably acknowledges that his best friend is too far gone, but cares far too much for him to kill him. He allows Geto to leave, returning to continue training Megumi and other young sorcerers at Jujutsu High. One of Gojo's newest young students is a shy young boy named Yuta Okotsuki. Despite his meek appearance, Yuta is an immensely powerful young sorcerer. After his best friend Rika was tragically killed in a car accident, her soul remained bonded with Yuta and can now manifest as a cursed spirit to protect him. Yuta struggles to control the cursed Rika. However, Gojo takes him under his wing and denies the higher-ups' demand that he be executed. With the powerful Rika always with him, Yuta channels her cursed energy through a sword, supercharging his strikes. Yuta's rare bond with Rika and high power level classifies him as a special grade sorcerer, the highest ranking in the sorcerer world. Geto suddenly returns. He announces his plans for an assault on all non-sorcerers, called the Night Parade of 100 Demons. Geto has also assembled his own army, taking over the remnants of the Star Religious Group and gathering many other cursed users who share his worldview. In an epic battle where Yuta and Rika cross a new threshold of power, they manage to defeat Geto. Following his defeat, Geto escapes till he is finally hunted down and ostensibly killed by Gojo, a mercy that still weighed heavily on him. This battle against Geto unlocked a new power level for Rika and Yuta, but has also allowed Rika's soul to separate from the curse itself and transcend into the afterlife. After a touching goodbye, Yuta continues his path as a special grade sorcerer and trains in wielding the powerful cursed spirit that remains after Rika's soul departs. This brings us back to Yuji, who is completely new to the sorcerer world and oblivious to much of this dramatic history. Gojo explains to his superiors how Yuji ate one of Sukuna's cursed fingers, yet is seemingly able to suppress the evil entity within him. The higher-ups immediately decide that it's too dangerous to keep him alive, yet Gojo convinces them that this might be the only chance to truly kill Sukuna, who is once known as the King of Curses, the kind of title you don't earn peacefully. Sukuna has infused each of his severed fingers with his life force, enabling him to maintain a dormant presence, which can one day reawaken. When Yuji unwittingly ate one of these fingers, his body became a vessel for Sukuna. Yet against all odds, he seems able to suppress the evil entity. If he can continue to consume all of Sukuna's fingers and repress him, they can then kill Yuji and eradicate Sukuna for good. Gojo convinces the higher-ups of the Sorcerer Organization to allow him to train Yuji, with the caveat that he will be killed if he ever loses control. While many in the organization remain uneasy about this decision, Yuji is allowed to live and begins training under Gojo with Megumi and Nobara. He meets a variety of other sorcerers, including their rivals at the Kyoto school. They get their chance to test their skills against each other in a tournament, with Aoi Todo quickly becoming Yuji's besto friendo, a friendship forged through punches and questionable questions about taste in women. Yuji slowly learns to wield his own cursed energy and become more in control of Sukuna. In one of his early missions, however, Yuji faces an impossible battle against a special grade curse and gives in to Sukuna's control. While he wins the battle, Sukuna turns on Megumi. This culminates in Sukuna ripping out Yuji's heart, taunting Megumi that if Yuji regains control, he will die. Sukuna also consumes a finger, increasing his dominance over Yuji's body. Despite all of this, Yuji still manages to wrestle back control of his own body, but with his heart torn out, Yuji dies and is drawn into Sukuna's domain. Here, Sukuna sits atop a mountain of skulls and convinces Yuji to make a pact, in which Sukuna can take control by using a keyword. The conditions are that this can only last for 1 minute, that Sukuna can't hurt anyone during that time, and that Yuji forgets the conversation. They agree, and Yuji is revived with no memory of their pact. Definitely not a red flag at all. In a shocking twist, it is revealed that Geto appears to be alive. Yet not all is as it seems. Geto is now under the control of an ancient sorcerer named Kenjaku. Change is evident in the scarred line now across Geto's forehead. Kenjaku is using Geto's body as a vessel in his quest to dominate the world, for which he recruits a number of powerful cursed spirits as allies. Among his recruits are Jogo, born from the fear of volcanoes, Hanami, born from the fear of natural disasters, Choso, a half-human that manipulates his own blood as a weapon, and the sadistic Mahito, who can use an ability called idol transfiguration to reshape his own body, as well as other human souls by making physical contact. Basically the worst group chat imaginable. Each of these curses have had violent encounters with Gojo or Yuji, and are unified by their thirst for vengeance, with Yuji and Mahito sharing a particular hatred for one another. Their goal is to wage war with the sorcerer world and end the age of humans. In order to achieve this, they have two main strategies: getting Sukuna to join them by restoring him to his full form, and sealing away Gojo in the prison realm, as he is the only sorcerer powerful enough to fully stop them. This strategy, devised by Kenjaku, also serves their personal desires for vengeance, with Yuji and Gojo being their primary targets. Yuji follows, eager to settle the score with Mahito in particular after their earlier encounters. Gojo descends deep into the underground train platforms and ends up facing Jogo, Hanami, and Choso. Gojo proceeds to take them on all at once, restraining his own power as they use innocent civilians as shields. Even when holding back, he's still unfair. The fight continues until Gojo is suddenly stunned by the arrival of Geto. Seeing his former best friend alive, after having killed him with his very own hands just a year before, Gojo lapses in concentration for just a moment. This is all that they need. Geto activates the prison realm, and Gojo is sealed. Across the rest of Shibuya, multiple epic battles play out, leading to many characters' deaths. During one of these battles, a curse user with the power of necromancy manages to resurrect none other than Toji. But such is his immense power that Toji breaks free of the necromancer's control and kills her. This leads to Toji becoming the ultimate chaotic neutral, running around Shibuya, attacking whoever he considers strong. This continues until he finally encounters his own son, Megumi. Realizing that Gojo went through with his request and saved his son, Toji ends his own killing spree by stabbing himself in the head, this time dying with a sense of satisfaction. Amidst the chaos, Yuji encounters Choso, who defeats Yuji and leaves him unconscious in a public bathroom. He doesn't kill him though, because before he goes to do so, he has a strange epiphany where he somehow considers Yuji to be his brother. Yuji is later discovered by Jogo, and he is force-fed a horde of Sukuna's fingers. This causes Sukuna to take over Yuji's body. Jogo implores Sukuna to make a binding vow that will let him take over Yuji's body permanently. But much to his surprise, Sukuna refuses, saying he has his own plans. Because even villains have villains they don't trust. He then challenges Jogo to land a single blow on him. If he does so, Sukuna will agree to work with him. This leads to an epic battle between Sukuna and Jogo that destroys a huge amount of Shibuya and causes severe collateral damage. Upon defeating Jogo, Sukuna comes face to face with a cursed user named Uraume, who Sukuna recognizes as one of his servants from over 1,000 years ago. He commands her to continue preparations for when he is truly free. Sukuna is suddenly drawn away after sensing the emergence of another powerful entity. After battling his own father and nearly dying at the hand of an enemy named Haruta, Megumi is forced to use his curse technique to summon the most powerful of the Shikigami. This raging entity is named Mahoraga, who immediately breaks free of Megumi's control. Sukuna arrives to face off against Mahoraga, causing even more wanton destruction than his battle with Jogo. So much so that Sukuna is forced to use his domain expansion to defeat Mahoraga. In the aftermath, Yuji awakens and observes all the devastation that Sukuna has wrought through him. He vomits and screams, blaming himself for the destruction and the risk they all took by keeping him alive. Mahito goes on a destructive killing spree, leading to the deaths of both Nobara and the powerful Nanami, who had served as one of Yuji's mentor figures. Discovering this sends Yuji into a rage. Yuji engages Mahito in a fierce battle, with his best old friendo Todo joining the fight. Despite Todo losing an arm, they eventually gain the upper hand against Mahito, who flees in terror. Mahito is discovered by Geto, still possessed by Kenjaku. Rather than helping him, Kenjaku absorbs Mahito and his powers, revealing that Mahito and the other curses were nothing more than pawns in his long game. Yuji attacks Kenjaku, joined by more Jujutsu sorcerers and even Choso, who recognizes Kenjaku as the orchestrator of the torment inflicted upon him and his siblings. Despite joining forces, Kenjaku repels them easily. They are saved by the arrival of the final special grade sorcerer, Yuki Tsukumo. Yuki attempts to reason with Geto, recalling their conversation from 12 years prior, when he first began turning away from the ways of sorcerers. She believes humanity can be saved by separating themselves from cursed energy, while Kenjaku argues that evolution only comes from optimizing it. Kenjaku then fulfills the plan he has orchestrated for centuries. He reveals that he had marked select non-sorcerers across Japan with the potential to awaken curse techniques. Using Mahito's power, he remotely activates these marks, transforming them into sorcerers from throughout history and unleashing a battle royale known as the Culling Games. Kenjaku summons a horde of cursed spirits, taunting Yuji by revealing the prison realm containing Gojo. As he escapes, Kenjaku proclaims the return of the Heian era, the golden age of Jujutsu sorcery. In the aftermath of the Shibuya Incident, the city is decimated and over 10 million curses are released. The devastation forces the sorcerers to reveal the existence of their hidden world to the general public. The higher-ups implicate Gojo in the disaster, blaming his reckless decisions to allow Geto and Yuji to live. Any attempt to unseal Gojo from the prison realm is now deemed a criminal act. Finally, the higher-ups decide that Yuji can no longer be allowed to live. With Gojo sealed and Sukuna responsible for mass casualties, they order Yuji's immediate execution. The story continues with the Culling Games, where awakened sorcerers battle in Kenjaku's deadly experiment. Yuji is now on the run from Yuta, with the protagonist of Jujutsu Kaisen 0 hunting the protagonist of the main series. All of this unfolds against the backdrop of Kenjaku's vision for a new golden age of sorcery. If you want even more Jujutsu Kaisen, especially if you're heading out to watch the upcoming movie, hit subscribe and don't miss our AMVs coming soon. And if this recap helped you, hit that subscribe button hard, like a black flash level hit. It's the best way to support FlixVergeX and help us make more videos like this. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.